Hello guys, my name is Engineer Ali. We want to solve problem. It says find the principal value of 2i minus 1 raised to power I plus 1. You can say let p is equal to what? 2i minus 1 all raised to power I plus 1. Now, we want to find the principal value. Now, what we want to do now is to what? Take log of what? Of base e of both sides. So that when you do that, you can now drop the power. Now be 1 plus I. I get log to base e 2i minus 1. Log to base e the power of p. Now let's convert this 2i minus 1. Let's convert it to polar form. So if you convert to polar form, what do we do? This one is this z. Now what we want to do is, first of all, find the absolute. And absolute, you have what? Square root of minus 1 square plus 2 square. What will that give us? Minus 1 square plus 2 square will give us what? 5. Square root of 5. Now, then, what do we have? After that, we will find the argument. Theta is equal to tan inverse of what? Y over x. And that will give us what? Y is what? What's our y? Our y is 2. Our s is minus 1. So we find an inverse of that. An inverse of minus 2. We get what? An inverse of minus 2, that is our I is 1. Then minus 2, we get that 2 pi, sorry, 2 divided by 1. Sorry. Tan inverse of minus 2. We have minus 63. Now, which quadrant can we find this one? Let's see, minus x plus 2y. Now, if we find the quadrant, now look at what I want to have. Minus s plus what? Y is the second quadrant. So, since it's in the second quadrant, let us, because we have minus what? 63.434. Since in the second quadrant, because s is negative 1, y is positive 2. So s is negative, y is positive 2. So to find here now, because this one is already 63.434, we are looking for here for this particular one. Because all our arguments should be measured from positive what? S axis, positive S axis anti-clockwise. So that will give us what? Your answer plus what? 180. So 116. So I want to have it as what? Our argument is now what? From here is 116.565. So 116.565. So let's convert it to radian. So 116.565 divided by 180 times pi. So let's divide by 180. Divide by 180. So I want to have it as what? Approximately 0.65 pi in rad. So since we have gotten that one in rad, we can now write it in what? That means z minus 1 plus 2i is equal to, in polar form, is equal to square root of 5 cos square root of 5, the square root of 5 cos is the z absolute, I mean the r, cos what? 0.65 pi plus what? I sine what? 0.65 pi. Now, That is Bolam. Then in the exponential format is what? Exponential what? I mean, in natural logarithm form, this one will now be what? Root 5 here. Exponential what? 0.65 pi. Let's add it to 2 pi because we are looking for the value, principal values. So we'll add it to 6 pi, 2 pi k. So 0.65 pi plus 2 pi k. So that is what we are going to have in an exponential format. Now, in the natural logarithm format. Now, after doing that, let us put them here. So we have all this now is now this. So we are going to have it as log to base e to the power of p equals to 1 plus I into bracket what? A log to base e, then exponential what? 0.65 pi plus 2 pi k or I. Now, having done that, what I want to do now, don't forget that this one will be 1. So this one will just drop down. So what I would have is 1 plus I is equal to 0.65 pi plus what? 2 pi k I. So that's what I want to have there. So if you get that now, what I want to do now is to open the bracket. Let this one multiply this one. What do we have? That one will give us what? 0.65 pi. This one multiplies out 2 pi k. This multiplied by this plus 0.65 pi I. Then this one will give us what? Plus 2 pi k. Ki. Now, all bracket what? High. So what do we have now? We are going to have it there. I can open the bracket. I would have 0.65 pi. Then plus, that is I, plus 2 pi ki. Then I times I will now give us I square. I square is minus 1, which is minus 0.65 pi. Then I times I is what? I square. Then minus 2 pi k. Now, having gotten that now, what we are going to do now is to what? To take what? Exponential of that. Now, what do we have? Although, if we omitted something here. Sorry. Oh, shit. Sorry, we are very sorry for that. There's a square root here that we omitted. Square root here. This square root, I didn't carry it along. It's supposed to be root 5 log to base e. No, we are here now. Log to base e. Then root 5. Then exponential what? 0.65 pi plus 2 pi k I. There's I here. There's I here. So that will now have it as this will now be what? 1 plus I to bracket log to base e to the square root of 5 plus log to base e to the power exponential 0.65 pi plus 2 pi k I. So that this one will not drop. So if it drop, we would have what? 1 plus I, then log to base e to the square root of the power of square root of 5 plus this one will drop as 0.65 pi plus what? 2 pi k I, or multiplied by what? Log to base e to the power of e. So that's what we are going to have. But this one will cancel as 1. So what we are left with now in the bracket is this multiplying this one. So what do we do now? Now, we open the bracket. 1 plus I into bracket what? Log to base e to the square root of 5 plus 0.65 plus 2 pi k I. Now, we open the bracket. Don't forget, everything is equal to what? Log to base e. Everything. That means log to base e to the power of p is equal to everything. Now, what do we do? This multiplied by, we have log to base e to the power of 5. 1 multiplied by this. The 1 multiplied by this, I would have plus 0.65 pi plus what? 2 pi k I. Then this multiplied by this, I would have a plus I multiplied by this now. We have done this, we have done this. So I multiplied by this, I would have I log to base e to the power square root of 5 plus I multiplied by this, I would have 0.65. I times I is I square. So I would have minus 2 pi k. Don't forget, I times I is I square. I square will bring about minus 1. And minus times plus is what? Minus. So we have done that now. So we have opened the bracket, and this is what we are going to ask. Now we can collect like term to finalize our answer. What is the like term we are talking about? All this, the one that have I, let's go one side. So I would have log to base e to square root of 5 minus 0.65 pi plus 2 pi k. On be one side, then plus, so has I, let's say I in bracket, now be what? Log to base e to square root of 5 plus 0.65 pi plus 2 pi k. So that is our value there. I haven't separated. This one is one side. This one is one side. This is I side, the imaginary part. Now, all of them is equal to log to base e to the power of p. So our final answer will not be what? P will not be equal to what? Exponential log to base e to square root to the power of square root of 5 minus 0.65 pi plus 2 pi k plus I open bracket log to base e to square root of 5 plus what? 0.65 pi plus what? 2 pi k. So that will be our answer to that question. So it now depends on what we are given. So that will be your answer to the question. So, but the principal value most of the times always be at k equal to what? 0. So the principal value is always been at what? It's just that we don't know this is a complex equation. So we don't really know this root. So we cannot just start with 0. We don't know the root yet because the power here is what? I plus 1. So that's what I want to do. I believe you have enjoyed the class. God bless you. Ensure you watch over and over again, and ensure you subscribe. Thank you. God bless you.